One of the real powerful features of synthesis are the custom columns. What the custom columns are is it allows you to make custom and data collection columns that you can enter in your own information. There's two ways that that can be done. The first way is to head into the project settings. So under project settings, there's a place for doing custom columns. So what we may want to do is we may want to have like kind of what the study type was, like whether it was a randomized control trial or a case control trial or a cross sectional. So we could click that. We may as well want to record like kind of which country was the study actually conducted in, and we may even like kind of actually want to find out what type of statistics were applied or what type of results were applied. So we could type in outcome here. So then once we actually return there, we then will find the custom columns along here. So once more, we would use the powerful search. So if we type in RCT, we then can see though that like what type of a study it was. So then here though it's saying non-randomized control trial, or here it was actually an RCT. So then we then could just type in for that it was an RCT. What we could do as well though is, let's say we're looking for a case control. So here though we come across a couple, and what we then could do is we could hit the annotate visible rows, which would then allow us to either create a new column or else to put in an existing column, of which we can actually choose the columns that we've already put in, and then we could actually type in a value that was found if we actually matched it. But in this case, we may actually want to do a case control. So here we've just typed in case control, and if we go on OK, then it then creates a new column here called case control, which has actually filled in all of the results here. And then if we actually or what we could have done is under the study type, what we could have done is we could have actually went in, chosen the existing column, chosen study type, but then as well though typed in essentially case control here. So then at that point it's just warning us to say that it will overwrite any information in those rows for those columns, and then it then basically fills in all of our study type. So if we remove our search filter and we sort on study type, you can see how we have the RCT and we have the case control already. So the search and the annotate visible rows is a real powerful feature. Once you're actually done that, what you then can do is you then can basically export to the to a CSV file that you can import into either Excel or into R or into Stata. But when you're doing that, make sure you're always basically choosing what you're searching for. So either all papers, because if you have kind of only showing the included abstracts, you would only have 16 references. And let's say here we had a search parameter as well, like overcrowding, we would have 6. So when you actually saved it to your CSV file, only those 6 references would actually be sent. So if we actually then remove our search term and we show all papers and we go export to CSV, it'll appear in our downloads, but let's just throw that into our desktop so it's easy to find and just call it test 1. And there our files have all been, our CSV file has all been saved. So then if we then actually look at it and we open it up into Excel, you'll then have your entire data collection form in an Excel spreadsheet with all your custom columns already here, as well as other information as to like where was the source that it came from. It'll include the abstract, it'll include the title, the journal, the author, the year, and then it'll include whether it was included or excluded. And from that, you then can actually report on the data that you've collected.